Same. Rocking. Getting this hive leveled up is on today's list. I also got a piece of steel roofing to go on the top of this to make a much nicer cover than the plastic I had draped over it for temporary. And I'm 100% positive, after reviewing my video last night, and come out here again today, this hive is inhabited, and that's awesome. But it puts me having to go back into a little more cleanup work in preparation, because I imagine with all the comb that we saw in this hive earlier when we had it open, I'll throw a screenshot of that in here. This colony is going to build up rapidly. We've got good warm weather. We've got tons of nectar and pollen resources. This colony is thriving, and I imagine they're going to fill up pretty quickly, and I expect we will have a few swarms come out of this season. And if that's the case, I want to have those nuke boxes ready and capture those swarms and build this apiary up, and either be able to sell some of those swarms or colonies, or if I can finance the boxes for it, expand and have more hives. Feels really good to have come through a weird winter and a weird spring and been down to one hive, and then have gone from that hive to 5 hives, including that hive, in about a month and a half. It just shows how productive bees really are, and I, like Ian Stepler, appreciate their spirit and their hard work and effort. And it shows you that when you put in hard work and effort continuously, relentlessly, you can make massive gains. So I'm really excited and inspired by my honeybees. Alright, that's it for now. That's my inspiration talk for the day. And I am so stoked that this colony took off also. So stoked. I'm pretty sure these guys swarmed in from another location. I lost a swarm out of one of my hives last year because I wasn't prepared to capture a swarm yet. And they were up on this cedar branch up here also. And then I saw their scouts going off this way, off into the woods that way. And then when they finally took off, they all headed that direction. And boy, it's thick down in there. So I didn't go chasing after to try to figure out where they went. But I almost wonder if they moved out over there, and then maybe they've hybridized since then with a feral colony or a wild colony, and then that swarmed, and maybe that's what came back here. I don't know. It's a long shot in the dark. But either way, I'm really happy about this. And yeah, see the pollen going in there? That's guaranteed. If that's an actual colony now. So on the list of 10,000 chores to do today, when it cools off a little bit and I can put a bee suit on without just melting immediately, I'm going to come out here and level this hive up a bit, and I'm going to put that metal roof on. Probably get some bricks or something to put on that instead of those ties. Those railroad ties are really heavy. And get them settled into their new home. Just make sure that they're up off the ground a little more. And this will be a swarm generating colony. The nuke hive, but not like little nukes. This is like nuclear swarm producer. My friend Joe says that this hive just pumps out like 5 to 10 swarms a season if you don't, do splits off it or reduce the colony's size. You just let it be a resident colony. It'll just pump out swarms. So that gives me an option to capture lots and lots of bees, and that's a beautiful thing because now we can build the apiary up rapidly. And I'll just have to keep up with buying boxes and frames and hive parts. But hopefully with all the hives we got going, we'll get a decent honey harvest this fall or this summer, and then we can sell some of that to help finance the scaling up of the operation. Alright, I'm done babbling for now. Just hauling resources in. Alright, smoker's lit. I'm going in. We're just gonna level this up, throw a roof on, and get out. Minimal disturbance. Alright, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. I got it shimmed up double here. It's not bad. And again, I'm not planning on really opening this. It's basically just pretty good front to back. Of course, what we really want is the other way. And of course, it's hard to get a level gauge here with the long level. But let's say we just pick that. That's not great, but not horrible. We'll call it good. And I'm just going to stick a cover on this and get out of their hair and keep them out of mind. See, I just smoked them. Look at them. Spreading pheromone. Alright. Minimal disturbance. They're pretty well leveled up. That gives them a little more height off the ground. Makes it a little tougher for skunks and stuff to get at them without getting stung. And only a couple of puffs of smoke. They didn't really get too aggressive, so that's nice. Means they're not a crazy angry colony. I definitely prefer docile bees. So looks like we're all set. That piece of tin fit on there just about perfect. There's a few small holes in the top of this. I'll come back with some silicone or something at some point and just throw a couple little beads in, but that basically does it. I was going to find something smaller than those railroad ties, but they're nice and heavy. They'll keep that tin from flying off in the wind. And they should be good. So, next. Time to move some eggs from the chickens to the incubator. Alright, happy bees here in the Topbar hive. Thanks for watching the Pharmacy Seeds Network.